You clicked on this video because you want to know the secrets, the techniques, or the hidden details that help some of the best players in the world improve and what they're doing to help you improve, because obviously you should be copying what they're doing. It's probably one of the best ways to see improvement in progress in such a little amount of time. Of course, this all depends on your own accountability, but this is something that you could do every single week, if not every single day. In the beginning, you might just be setting up some cones or making some moves on your own, attack the basket, shoot the ball, work on some finishing, and some basic, very fundamental actions. Nothing too complicated. Eventually, you're going to start to work on some counters to those moves and try a couple different new ones out. Finish on the right side, finish on the left side, and just try to advance yourself with no real defense. As you start to get better, of course, you're going to develop some shadow defense, where someone is following you along, helping you out with your different moves and your different counters so you can see how your body moves in space in relation to the angles that you take with your defender. And I know that might sound like a lot, but essentially it's just trying to learn how to get to your spots even when people are in your way. A lot of times when you're young, you're going up against chairs, cones, dummy defenders, or a coach just sticking his hand out trying to help you. There's nothing wrong with that, and in fact, it's actually very good for you to develop some counters like that. But eventually, you're going to have to develop counters with real defenders, and there are ways to mimic this the same way you would in a real game. There are a few different keys, and they all matter, and this is something that we've been doing for years with some of our most advanced players. We've had our best players going up against live defense for many years now, working on so many different repetitions, angles, attacks, and actions as well. This helps you to translate your game the best way you can. But it's not just that simple. There's a lot more that goes into it that actually helps you to develop correctly. Each and every possession is so different as the defense forces you into different moves and actions every time. The on-ball defender could be forcing you to your right, your left, playing high or playing low. The help side defender might step up early or try to meet you late. Your job is not as simple as just to score. You're not supposed to just go and get the easiest bucket possible. Although it does help with your efficiency, there's still a lot more to it because you don't want to limit yourself to only being able to score that way or against one type of defender. It's extremely beneficial to play against multiple types of defenders. Somebody that's taller, somebody that's smaller, somebody quicker or slower, and every way possible that you can find an on-ball or help side defender, whether that's your friends, a coach, or even just some competitors at a local gym. And I don't want you to score the same way every single time. If you can clearly bully your defender to the rim or easily just pull up over them because they're too small, it's only going to benefit you more to try different ways to score. Force yourself to do only left-hand layups, force yourself to only score with and ones, or make yourself shoot only pull-up jumpers or threes. Those limitations will help you improve much faster because as you become a much better scorer, defenders will eventually double team and triple team you, forcing you to be creative and score in different ways. And the third piece that a lot of players forget about is the fact that you have to score from different spots on the floor. I do want you to come down from the top of the key as if you're on a fast break. I also want you to do it off a handoff or a pick and roll, but I also want you to score out of the corner, the wing, the low post, the mid post, the high post, and as many different actions as you can. Don't force yourself to play only from one spot. Continue to challenge yourself. The truth is that you have the absolute power to control your destiny when it comes to basketball. If you don't improve, it is 100% your fault because you don't want to improve at certain things. As a trainer, I've noticed many players run away from contact or run away from left-hand layups or even run away from shooting the basketball in general because they're afraid to miss. And if you're afraid to miss, you will not develop. If you are afraid to score in a different way because it's not the way that you normally score or what your go-to move is, you will not develop. You have to learn how to score inside, the mid-range, and outside. Each and every possession is out of a completely different spot and different action. We are forcing you to start with the ball, sometimes without the ball. We change where the help side defender is, whether they're on the strong or the weak side, and the on-ball defender might trail, might cheat, or change the way that they guard you depending if we're trying to shade you right, shade you left, middle, baseline, or back off, depending on how we want you to develop, and that's what's going to help you to translate this into a real game. Remember, first you must do it by yourself. Work on the moves and try to get them down to build some confidence with no defense, then shadow defense, then real defense, and eventually two defenders. There's a lot of ways that you can play 1-on-2, and there's a lot of different ways that you can play on different spots on the floor with different time limits, dribble limits, or scoring limits. Remember that scoring limits are forcing you to only use your left hand, or for instance, forcing you to use a pump fake, or forcing yourself to use some footwork options, or forcing yourself to only shoot pull-up jumpers. This is clearly one of the things that has helped our players become so much better in real games because they're used to that contact, that feel, and used to making those reads against on-ball and help side defenders. None of this is possible without the environment that we create. We're consistently pushing our guys past their limits to be the best that they can be, and any time that they make a mistake on the court, we're always just telling them to get back up and try it again. Because they have so many reps, they can continue to try out new things and continue to develop. Even Peyton Pritchard was saying the same thing, and he likes to go in against live guys. Here's what he has to say.
I'll pay some of my homeboys to come, the ones that play overseas and stuff. I'll pay them for the week to come out, and like all they have to do is just guard me. So I'm playing like 300, 400, maybe 500 possessions of like, for me, live.
If you've been paying attention, you have not seen the same bucket multiple times in a row. They are continually challenging themselves to try to find new ways to score and advance their game. This is the environment that we create, and a lot of people love to come in and see it for themselves, as a player or as a trainer. In 2024, we will open up a new program for players to be able to travel to San Diego and train with us for, say, 10 days or a month. That is in progress, and we will get that done. It'll be unlike any workouts you've done before, and you will see the most improvement that you've ever seen in such a short amount of time. As of right now, we want to accept players who recently finished their career and are interested in staying a part of basketball. If you want to become a trainer or a coach or get a job in the NBA, NCAA, or even build your own gym one day, many of our former interns have done just that. You come to San Diego for 3 months, you train with us, you learn from us, you study everything about training, marketing, and building your own business, and some of our guys now coach with the Lakers or have opened up their own gyms. If that's something that you want to do to stay close to basketball even if your career is over, we will do everything in our power to help you as long as you show that you are willing to invest in yourself. To apply for this internship program, you head to r2bball.com/internship. I will also put the link in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Our goal is to create more success stories. Having some of our former interns now with the Lakers, or opening up their own gyms, or even their own academies, is one of the things that makes me happiest, because not only are our players improving, but so are the trainers and the people that we surround ourselves with, and we want to continue to grow our family tree and build more success stories, as I said. So if you're done with your basketball career as a player, but want to continue as a trainer and have a real career in this, r2bball.com/internship. Once we see your application, we will then set up an interview if we believe that you are a good fit for this opportunity. If everything goes well, then you'll be traveling to San Diego for 3 months and being a part of our program, learning everything from training to business to marketing, and by the time you go back home, you will have many players waiting to work with you and train with you. Coach Dylan and Coach Riley each work with 40 players a week. Coach Brendan opened up his own gym, and Coach Arevalo obviously now coaches with the Lakers. We want to continue to help you to build your success story, whether it's in playing or coaching, but as of right now, we are accepting new interns as coaches. So head to r2bball.com/internship, and we would love to have you here with us in San Diego, helping us train and develop the best players in the world.
Y'all